This is the second of the two stories relating to the tree. Terry and John are now in the village, looking over the balcony to the bottom of the garden. The story is called "The Medium is the Message." Terry Morgan was looking over his friend's garden from the terrace outside the living room. Why didn't they come and see you and explain that they thought the eucalyptus was dangerous, so near to people's property, instead of informing on you? Don't ask me, came the reply. We are still trying to work out whether we had to cut down the tree because it was a potential danger, or just because some people have decided we can't be allowed to make a go of our enterprise here. This is not the first attempt to make us go away, but there's no point talking about it. Okay, said Terry, but what are you going to do with a 10-meter high tree trunk stripped of its bark in your garden? John looked at his friend and smiled. When I first saw it, do you know what came into my mind? A totem pole. I'm going to talk to my son and ask him to do a design for the trunk as if it was a totem pole. He did a fine arts degree. We never thought it would get him anywhere, but now's his chance. And his wife is a designer, although she's more of a painter. Any ideas about the design? Said Terry. No, replied John. That's not my business. But I know what I want to call it. Resistance. And putting the idea across in the form of a totem pole couldn't be better. You know what a totem is? It's an emblem that the Native Americans from the Northwest believe to have spiritual significance. It watches over the family, clan or tribe, acting as a guardian spirit or helper. Convinced? Of course. Tell me though, really, said Terry, what do you think the response will be from your local admirers, if that's the right word for them? John answered, well, we aren't going to tell anyone what it's called. The name is just to get my son thinking of the kind of design he can do. But the painting, the sculpting, or adding any horizontal element, whatever he wants to do, that's for him to decide. We're going to put up some scaffolding with a screen around it to hide the work in progress. No point anybody seeing what's being done. Then we will hold a special unveiling ceremony and invite the mayor. We want him to recognize that this could be a fantastic attraction, especially as we are going to rent the house. You know, the local accommodation thing for tourists. The mayor, said Terry. That's a good idea. And are you going to invite other people, like these people who are trying to make your life a misery? I don't know, said John. But you know what Michael Corleone said in The Godfather? He said, my father taught me many things. He taught me, keep your friends close, but your enemies closer. I thought that was Machiavelli. Or was it the Chinese guy who wrote The Art of War? Doesn't matter, said John. The point is that the content and the medium used to transmit the message go together perfectly. After all, as someone once said, the medium is the message.